You don't want to use that crappy green screen feature on your editor. You want a real blue screen. I get a big piece of plywood and paint that blue. So let's start.
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can remember your name, because there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. After 9 days, I let the horse run free, 'cause the desert had turned to sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The ocean is a desert with its life underground and a perfect disguise above. Under the cities lies a heart made of ground, but the humans will give no love. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
Alright guys, I'd say we're about done. I don't know, this looks pretty blue to me. Of course, if you want to try out the green screen, go right ahead, but your problem is going to be right there. See all that spill? That's why you might want to possibly go with the blue. Yeah, it's still a little there, but your chances will be better with a blue screen. If you're just going to take the upper part, let's say for like an ocean scene, you really just have to, move him. You could do some stop motion, but if you want to just move him like that, we're going to go with that for now. We're going to take this into the editor. So we do have our shot here of Godzilla, as you can see. I got this sky JPEG. This is going to be a really rough tutorial. Trust me, there are plenty of people out there who know this stuff more than me. The key you want to use is under video effects, under keying. It's called Ultra Key. You slap this onto the Godzilla. Go over here. Take this eyedropper right here. Select that blue that you got. Select that. You can see all this outline right here. We could clean that up with some choke here under the matte cleanup. There we go. May eat up a little of the figure, but that's okay. It's better than having that line. We got our green screen ocean here. You could just find this on YouTube. Just look up ocean green screen. We want to put the Ultra Key here too. I drop this. Boom, gone. You'd probably want to have the sky layer as layer 1. We move our ocean clip once it's keyed out over here. There we go. We got a moving ocean. What we do want to do is put our ocean layer above everything and put the Godzilla layer, which is this, just slide it in between the two, make it the same length. This is what we got at the moment. Now you see that bit of transparency right there? In matte generation, play with the transparency until you feel like you're okay with, because you do get a bit of the blue screen right there desaturated, so you find where you want it to be. I guess you gotta fight with having either a bit of transparency or a bit of the blue screen. I'd personally just lean over into the blue screen a bit more. And if you're not satisfied with the way Godzilla looks, you can just honestly just play around with these
These are the highlights. I'm seeing that just brings up the blue screen, so I'd rather just lower that. Matte cleanup is where you want to do most of the work here. Let's see what does contrast do? It gets rid of some of that white. It's fine. I mean, I personally would only, I'd rather just give it a crisp. I would honestly even just like to get that yellow here you see on the water. I'd just go into probably the hue versus hue and the curves right there of color right there. Just make it blue. Or you could just color correct it a bit here, throw it down to the midtones right there. Look, you got a nice bright blue ocean. And even better, if you do want him to move, you could honestly just set some track points here in the position and scale under motion. You can honestly just start him from way over here. Select the track point right there. Let's go to the beginning of the clip. Move these track points over here, right there. That's mostly in the beginning of the clip. Go all the way to the end. If you want him to end over here, you just move him over here, and it'll look like something like that. You can see a bit of this white here. I could go at it more. This doesn't look too bad now, I mean, compared to that. So I'd probably just move it over a bit like that. Right there. And if you really want to get so specific, you could even just make a mask around Godzilla. You click this here for opacity. Select around Godzilla, not too much. Right there, and that selects any of the spill we saw here. And we can honestly just take that mask, make a path for it, similar key points. You can even go right there, mask path. Go to the next key point from the motion of Godzilla, and just move. Ah, I guess it moved it for me. Either way, right there. This does look cleaner. I just hate that freaking hole that appears right there. And this is just in Premiere. You could probably do better in After Effects, but this is just what they give me in Premiere. Either this or just give it a crisp. But that's it for what we got for our blue screen right here of Godzilla. I'm gonna probably make a part 2. I mean, if you guys think I'm a terrible editor, please tell me. Probably am. That's it for this little tutorial. I don't really like to do these. You can even see here, I've had this freaking vlog for so long. There's me. This is Kaiju's 621 signing out.